Hey everyone, Wayne here. Today we're going to do a complete playthrough in one video of Stilicho, Last of the Romans. So I do have a couple other videos out there on this game, so if this is the first time you're seeing anything about this game, I'd really recommend you check out either you can do my unboxing. I also have another playthrough that's broken up into the first turn where I really explain everything, and turns 2 and 3, which at that point I lose the game, where I explain stuff pretty well. This one, I have a lot of people asking for another playthrough. They want to see me kind of get through a whole game in one, and not spend maybe as much time on the kind of the teaching tutorial aspect as I did before. So this game will be more of me playing. I still will talk during it, obviously. Sorry, can't get away from that. But a little bit more of, a little less explaining every minor mechanic, a little more of maybe overall strategy, and just kind of trying to get through it a little quicker, and have some fun doing it. So I have everything all set up here. This is the setup out of the book, other than the recommended setup, which I like it anyway, which is to go ahead and put a couple of garrisons, 3 garrisons at Arelate, Ravenna, and Rome, just to have them set up, ready to defend your different areas. But other than that, everything is set up. Let's go ahead and dive in and get going here. So, all right. Turn 1, 406 AD, round 1, early campaign. Go ahead and start drawing, enemy phase. So Constantine III right away activates. So Constantine III activating. So he has that cannot attack. So go ahead and remove that cannot attack marker. And he's going to go ahead and he's going to try to attack. He's going to try to move to Duricatorum, which the Vandals are there, so they're going to fight. So we're going to go ahead and see what happens here. It's always nice when they fight each other. Alright, so 10 versus 9. Alright, so Constantine III is pushed back to Bononia. So kind of a worthless activation for him. Alright, go ahead and draw a second card. Mutiny, roll 1 die, embolden an indicated enemy, and add a mutiny to that front. So 3, which is the Goths. Oh, that's a bummer. That's where I had Stilicho. I have him set up here to fight the Goths. So that's a real big bummer. Alright. We'll do third and final card for them. Unrest in Hispania. Add Unrest to Hispania or flip from Unrest to Revolt. So we'll go ahead and put an Unrest marker on here. So, alright, not too bad. Could have been worse. Alright, let's go on to a Roman phase. Which, since it's early campaign round, we get our 5 cards. Alright, so Demoralized Goths or Vandals. Ooh, that's not bad. Early Retreat, Temporary Truce. Oh, that's another good one too, actually. So ooh, we'll save this card. That's a good one. Constantine III attacks the Vandals. Yeah, we'll just save that one. Anyway, let's go ahead and I wish I had him over there. Who knew? But all right, it's fine. Let's go ahead and discard this orderly retreat to suppress, or excuse me, to end a mutiny. Let's end our mutiny here. So discard 1 card and advance Olympias to remove. So we'll end our mutiny with Stilicho's army. Olympias does move up 1. So all right, bummer. Now let's go ahead and play the Ancient Terror of the Roman name. Demoralize the Goths or the Vandals. We'll choose the Goths here. And Pollentia, flip them over, so now they're demoralized. Let's go ahead and launch some attacks on them. Go ahead and these cards. Some of these cards are really good actually right now. So let's actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play Temporary Truce. Place a Temporary Truce marker on one enemy of your choice. While the truce holds, ignore their activations. Cards still move to search spaces or search activations are ignored, but other effects are not. Also, in the next round, you may not attack them. We're going to go ahead and put that Temporary Truce on Constantine III. Alright, so truce begins. Put that on there. Alright. And then let's go ahead. We'll just wait, actually, because I'm actually liking how things are looking. So let's go ahead and just kind of pass the rest of this round here. So, the rest of this phase, I should say. So, alright. Go on to round 2. Go ahead and start activating the enemies here. Enemy phase, Constantine. Thankfully, we had done our temporary truce, remember? So while that's up here, ignore their activations. The cards still move to the surge spaces. Their surge activations are ignored. Other effects are not. So even though it would have been 2 activations, no worries there. So we'll go ahead and put that there. Second card, the Vandals. All right, so the Vandals will activate. So then go ahead and move down to Aquitania here. We fill up our surge spots. So we'll go ahead and do our surges. We have 2 regular surges for Constantine III. Again, because of the truce, we're going to ignore them. We have a surge and a reshuffle. So we'll ignore the surge, but then the reshuffle we will do. So go ahead, and there's only a few cards here. We'll go ahead and shuffle them into the enemy deck here. Discard, and then the Vandals have a surge as well. So they'll go ahead and move on down to the Pyrenees Montes. All right, 1 more card for the enemy, and the Vandals will go ahead and activate, move them to Galatia. So, all right, that's it for them. Let's go on to Roman phase. So we got our 3 cards because we're in the mid-campaign. 1, 2, 3. All right, supply lines. That is a good one. Also, Divine Intervention. Maybe some good cards this time. All right, let's go ahead and just kind of knock this out here. So what we'll do is let's discard this Gentes and Rebus here for an attack. Let's go ahead and attack. We'll use, we obviously have Stilicho for our army fighting the Goths. We'll have him fight them. Give us a roll. So we got 2 plus 6 is a total of 8, and they got 4, so we should beat them easily. And we do. So we push them back to Verona. Very nice. Let's go ahead and discard Divine Intervention as well. For an action, we're going to do an attack action. Keep attacking the Goths here in Verona. Attack them. Again, we win, so because we had 8, 9, 10, 11. They got 9, so push back to Aquileia. All right. Man, I really want to keep fighting them back here, so I'm running out of cards, though, because I want to save this one, like I said, for the next round. Okay, let's go ahead and do... let's discard Frankish Mercenaries for an attack. We're going to attack the Goths here in Aquileia. I wanted to save it because it's +2 to attack, but... So my goal, if you can't tell right now, I think I'm going to try to push the Goths back and get them to surrender. I think is what I'm going to try to do right now. So let's see what happens. So we win that one. So they are pushed back to Tarsatica. Very cool. But that's it, though. We only have these 2 cards, and I want to save this one because this one reduces the defense value of a space in Germania Magna or in Illyricum by half, which would be a good one for when we're fighting over here. So let's go ahead and hang on to these cards for now. So we'll go ahead and pass the rest of our phase here. Go on to round 3, late phase. Let's go ahead and draw for them. Constantine III. Oops, actually, my bad. So I think, well, that is the card, but hang on here. I think the truce was supposed to flip over at the end of the phase. My bad. Go ahead and check quick. At the end of a round, remove any truce counters, remove any, and flip any truce begins to truce ends. So, yeah, so it should have been, or did I play at the beginning? Now I'm confused. Uh-oh. Yeah, it flips over to truce ends, right? Yep, now it does. And then through the end of this one. So, all right, that's what we do. So the end of this round will be when we'll remove it. So, okay, yeah, we should be good now. All right. So we end Constantine. So we'll ignore his activations per the truce. Draw another card. Rebellion in Africa. Advance Olympias ×1. Draw 1 fewer Roman card this round, but never less than 1. Oh, that's a bummer. We're only going to get 1 card. So I guess actually it doesn't matter. Draw 1 fewer, but never less than 1. So we'll actually still get our 1. Cool. Alright, and then the last enemy draw, the Goss activate. Bummer. Alright, so since it's activation, they're on their demoralized side. They're just going to go ahead and flip over to their emboldened side. So, but then there's 3. So we're going to go ahead and fill up Surge. So we'll go ahead and have a Surge. So it looks like the Vandals will activate first, which the Vandals are in Galatia. So we'll add an Unrest marker. Spanny already has one, so it'll be Septum Provincia here. Let's go ahead and put an Unrest marker there. And then Olympias activates as well, so we can go ahead and move up the track. Constantine, thankfully we get to ignore his 2. And then the Goss, they'll go ahead and activate. So they're going to go ahead and move back into my territory here to Aquileia. So, alright. Bummer. Alright, so that's it for them. Now we go to the Roman phase. We got our 1 card. Remember, even because the other, we have to ignore the Rebellion card because we always get a minimum of 1. Replenish the ranks, which we're going to go ahead and kind of ignore that effect here. We're just going to go ahead and discard it, do an attack. Let's go ahead and attack the Goss with Stilicho's army. Our 8 versus his 5. Sweet. So not only did we beat them and push them back, but we rolled a 6 with Stilicho, which means Olympias goes up. Perfect. Or down. I'm sorry. Oop, I'm going to move him back. Oh, almost hurt myself there. I'm bad. Okay, God, I can only keep 1 card over, so I can't even... Alright, so what we'll do is... Yeah, we'll just go ahead and discard this for an attack. We're going to go ahead and try to attack the Goths again. Unfortunately, we can't use the card during the attack because we just don't have any extra cards, so we'll go ahead and attack him. So now he is on a place with defensive value, so +2, so he has a total of 7 versus our 8. So a little closer here. Alright, so we still beat him, and he's a 1, so he is demoralized, so he's pushed all the way back to Dalmatia here. Very nice. Alright. It's not too bad. We'll go ahead and save this last card. We're going to use this next turn here. So, alright, so that is the end of our phase, the late campaign round. So we check, do our housekeeping, check for Olympias, which is check here. Not in revolt, no worries. We're not defeated. Remove our special counters, so the truce ends is done for. Excess cards, we just have the 1 we're saving, and I'll go ahead and advance the game turn. Make the turn 2, and discard this card as well. Alright. Round 1, turn 2. Let's go ahead and begin. Enemy phase, they get to go ahead and start drawing theirs. I wonder... I wonder if I can play this card anytime I want. Constantine III attacks the Vandals. It's a good one, but I don't think I can play it. I think I have to wait to play them on my phase. It'd be nice to play it now, but... let's check here. Check the rules quick. I don't know. Doesn't say. I assume you can, so we're not gonna, because I guess I don't think you can. So we'll go ahead and just do theirs. So we're gonna do the enemy phase here. All right. So the Goths, their first one, they're gonna go ahead and activate. Where are they at? All right. So they're over here. It's regular activation. So we'll flip them over. Another one. Troops defect to Constantine III. Embolden Constantine III. Roll 1 die. I hate this card. Alright. Roll a 2, so move 1. Which is better to roll a 2. Roll 1 Comitatus Garrison of your choice, 2 recovery. Let's go ahead and just move like this one with Sarah's, because we're not really using him to attack anyway, so we'll go ahead and do that. It has a laurel, so we'll go ahead and put it in the history pile. Alright. And then the third and final. Non est ista pax sed pacto servitus. Choose one of the following. Activate 3 Goths. Activate the Goths 3 times. Or discard 1 Roman card from your hand and advance Olympias. No! Man. I don't know what I want to do, because I was really trying to push the Goths back. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. All right, here's what we'll do. We're gonna activate the Goss 3 times, just because I'm crazy like that, and that goes to the history pile. So 1, 2, 3. So they're up in Verona now. Let's just do that. Get that over with. All right. That was a little brutal. Okay, so start of our phase now. Anyway, so we get our cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is play Constantine III attacks the Vandals. Embolden Constantine III, remove immunity on that front until end of next round. Every time he activates, either embolden him or conduct attack versus the Vandal using his attack value or defense value of Vandal space. If Vandal lose, they retreat. If Vandals win, no effect. 1 and 6 affect morale for both sides. You cannot play cards alter the battles nor attack Constantine until after the end of next round, ignore if either side has surrendered. So, into that, then we'll do Attacks Vandals begins. So, I like that card. Let's see what happens over here. So hopefully he'll start kicking the Vandals, but what I should do is switch my tactics now and start fighting the Vandals. But, oh, I didn't think of that. I should have, during the deployment phase, I didn't even do that. I should have went and adjusted that. Oh, man. Ooh, hang on a second. Well, that won't really help a ton. No, it doesn't do anything. Man, that's what I should have done. Didn't even think of that. Alright, I think what we're going to do, let's go ahead and... Alright, so we're going to play Consulship. We're going to draw 2 Roman cards. That's what we're going to do, start off with. Alright, so we get 2 more cards. Okay, perfect. A bunch of action cards, which will be good for us. Let's go ahead and do... Discard an action card. Let's go ahead and do that to transfer a leader and or comitats. Let's go ahead and send our leader. Let's go ahead and send... Basically, we're moving our armies around here. Let's get Stilicho over to fight the Vandals. So, send Saris back over to the Goths. Yeah, just can't really attack Constantine III anyway right now. So, we'll send the 6 troops over with him as well. So, and then we'll go ahead and grab our 1 out of the recovery box. Were they the one that I... When did I have my... They defected. That was last turn, right? Yeah. So I should have got them back anyways. We're gonna go ahead and stick them in here with Saris here. So, all right. So my plan is, let's go ahead and attack. We're gonna have Constantine III attacking the Vandals. So let's go ahead and let's pile on them too, and just dogpile the Vandals, and hopefully maybe we can get them to surrender instead of the Goths. Tried to do the Goths, didn't work. Let's do the Vandals. So, go ahead and discard this action card. We're gonna do an attack. Let's go ahead and fight those Vandals here in Galatia. They only got a 4 anyway. So we have our 8, they have 4. Stomp them, push them back. No problem there. Let's go ahead and discard this action card. Do another attack. Go ahead and fight them again. 8 versus 6 now because they are on a +2 defensive place. Oh no. So let's see. 6, 12, 8, 12. So it's a tie. So let's go ahead and just re-roll. Okay, we win. Yep. So go ahead and push them back to Aquitania here. All right, and then let's sit on the cards we have for now. So we're gonna go ahead and pass the rest of this round here. Rest of this, yep. So let's go on to round 2, mid-campaign. The enemies retreat. All demoralized enemies retreat. Well, no one's demoralized, unfortunately, so that's a bummer. Goss activate, which it's a embolden, so they embolden and activate, or if it's already bold, they're gonna go ahead and activate twice. So go ahead and move to Valentia and then Soli here. That's a bummer. And then the last card, the Vandals activate. So then go ahead and move on down to the Pyrenees. I was really hoping, and now there's Surge Effect. I was really hoping that we get some Constantine III activation so you can attack the Vandals. That's been my strategy right now, and it ain't working. All right, so the Goths go ahead. They do their Surge. So they're going to activate. So they're going to engage in the Siege of Rome. Awesome. And then Olympius will move up. Okay. And then we'll do the Goths again. So they're going to attack Rome. And then we'll do a discard and shuffle. Or not discard, but do a shuffle. So they attack my garrison here in Rome. Let's go ahead and get those. So they have a 5 versus my garrison and defense is 5. So it's an even roll. Okay, so they go ahead and defeat my garrison and take over Rome. Awesome. And then we'll go ahead and shuffle these discards. All right. My strategies, guys, so far, it was like I messed up a couple things. Obviously, I should have. I need to figure out also we can play that card earlier. I wonder if you can play that card at the beginning of the phase because it feels like it's kind of wasted if you have to play it till your phase. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask on Board Game Geek or something to figure that out because I'm not sure if that has as much value as it should because of that. So, because what is it? If, attack, blah blah. Cannot play a card. Ignore it. Until end of next round. Until end of next round. Every time it activates the bullet hammer conduct. So I feel like you might be able to play that during their phase, because otherwise you only get to use it for one phase. So I feel like it should be, or for one round, I should say. I feel like it should be 2 rounds. But anyway, all right. So that's taken care of here. Let's go ahead and get the Vandal Surge taken care of. In the diocese, this unrest occupies, add unrest, or flip unrest to revolt, which he's in Spania. So go ahead and flip it to revolt. So bummer there. All right. So that is it for them. Yep. So let's go on to Roman phase. We get our 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. All right. So we get some good ones here. We still got to keep. I think we got to try to keep pushing these Vandals back here. So let's go ahead and do that. So all right. Discard our action card for an attack. Let's go ahead and attack the Vandals with our Stilicho army. 8 versus 4. Crushed, so push him back. Go ahead and discard this one to make an attack. Same thing. Stilicho's going to attack the Vandals. 8 to 4. Crushed again. Push them back up to Durgatorum. Discard Battle of Facially for an attack. We're going to attack again. Stilicho's going to attack the Vandals. 5 and a 2, crushed. All right. All right, let's do. We're gonna discard Defectors for an attack. Let's go ahead and attack the Vandals again. 8 versus 4 plus 2, so 6. So 8 versus 6. Tie here, but we had 8, they only had 6, so we win. So we can push them back to Locatorium. They have a +6 there. So what we'll do is we're going to attack them there. What we're going to do though is we're going to play Vexillatio Palatino. Make an attack with a +2 to the Roman attack value. So our 8 becomes a 10, so it's a 10 plus our die roll, and they're going to be at 10 plus a die roll as well. So it's basically straight even money. Even money. Oops, that was a history card I noticed in the pile. Get over there. All right. So even money roll here, guys. So 10 plus the die roll. All right, I'm going to go ahead and discard Daring Maneuver, which I wanted to save because it's a really good card. Discard it for reserve action. So I had a +1 to a roll, so tied. So we'll do a re-roll. Again, straight roll. All right, so that's awesome. Pretty good anyway. So we push them, we win, so we push them back, and they rolled a 1, so they're demoralized. All right, but now we are out of cards, so unfortunately we're done for this round. So. All right, so we'll go on to round 3, and I know the Vandal attacks ends, so it should be the last of it here. All right, so round 3, we're only getting 1 card. Hopefully we get some Constantine III action against the Vandals so we can go ahead and surrender them for us. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Let's go ahead and see. Boom, 2 activations. Here we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. All right, so here's what it says. Constantine III attacks the Vandals. At the end of next round, until every time he activates, either embolden him or conduct an attack versus the Vandal using his attack value, ignoring the defense value of Vandal space. If Vandals lose, they retreat. Alright. So let's go. So you ignore the defense value of it's +7. So he's got a 6. Vandals have a 3. Looking pretty good here, guys. And he activates twice, so he may be whooping on him. So we'll see. Boom. He has an 8. They have a 6. He defeats them, so they are surrendered. Where is their... Is there surrendered? Thought there was a surrendered shit. Maybe not. Let me go ahead and double check the rules for surrender too, but just to make sure, by the way, that Constantine III can actually get them to surrender. I just want to make sure. Alright, so let's see here. Enemy surrenders. Also, when an enemy surrenders, move the enemy to the surrendered box. Oh, duh. That's what it is. So he's down in the surrendered box down here. Sweet. Retreat Olympius 1 space. It's a good one as well. Don't forget that. It even says in bold. Easy one to forget. Very nice. If all 3 enemies surrendered, the game ends immediately in your victory. I like that. I like that. So, alright. What we got here? So, he went ahead and took out the Vandals for me. So what happens is that where does it say it? It says it somewhere around here. Oh no, they're not the one. Okay, yeah, it's still good to get them, but you can't get them to help you in battle. It's only the Goths or the Constantine III. But that's okay. We're good for now. I think our next foe, if we can hold off the Goths long enough in Rome, we'll be able to get rid of Constantine III. He's only 1 space away. So that's our next strategy. It's our next goal. Assuming things work out here. So, alright, so we'll go ahead and put card down here. Because the rest of his activations, remember, ignore if either side is surrendered. So, second card, Unresting Gallia. Add Unrest to Gallia or flip from Unrest Revolt. So we have to Unrest, that's a bummer there. Okay. And then, last card, the Goths activate. Ooh, that's not good. So, they're going to activate 1, 2, 3 times. So, Embolden. Remember, that's 2 activations if they're already bold, which they are, and then a third. So that's 3 activations. That was the 3rd card, thankfully. But 3 activations, and because we're already in Rome, each time they activate, Olympius moves 1 up the track 1. So 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh no. Not Olympius. I lost my head last game. That's... Ugh. I really don't want to do it again. Okay. Alright. Sweating a little bit, but we got this, guys. Okay. We can do this. We can do this, I swear. Maybe. I'm nervous. Okay. So the end of their phase, so it's our phase. We get 1 card, because it's the late campaign season. Battle of Verona. The Goths retreat 1 space. Oh, if I played it. Oh, actually. Just get a move. Let's do that. That'll help us. That's nicely. Alright, cool. That's nicely. That's nice. So we'll play the Battle of Verona. Goths retreat 1 space. Moving back to Fasoli here. And then as a history card, got the Laurel, so we're going to discard that. Over here. Alright, they moved out of Rome. That's nice. Because that's it. So let's go ahead and do the housekeeping phase here. Check for Olympius. No revolts here. Check for defeat. Nope, we're not going to lose. Not yet anyway. Remove our special counters. So this attack Vandals ends, obviously. Discard excess cards. We don't have any other cards. Advance game turn. So go to turn 3, 408 AD. Round 1. Start at the beginning. We'll do our deployment here. This time I actually make sure I get it done right. So obviously the Vandals are surrendered. And we have an open garrison here because we pushed the Goths back. So let's go ahead. We're going to move this Comitats into Rome as a garrison. And then as for Stilicho here, what I want to do is I want to try to... I'm going to discard this card too and forget. I want to try to get Constantine III to surrender. So let's do it. Let's go bold, baby. So let's go ahead and move Stilicho over to fight Constantine III and all his armies. Okay. check something on the camera quick. Okay, looking good. Half an hour, not too bad. All right. Okay. So we got Constantine, ready to fight Constantine III here. We still want someone to fight the Goths, even though the army kind of sucks here. That's okay. That's all we got. It's all our troops. We're maxed out here, guys. Let's do it. Let's dive in. Enemy phase. Start drawing for them. First card. The Goths march on Rome. Sweet. If the Goths are at Verona or closer, which they are, that Fasoli, move them into Roma, placing the garrisons at Pollentia or Fasoli into recovery. If the garrison at Roma, put the Goths in a siege base instead. Otherwise, embolden and activate 2 times. So, hang on. So, we move them to Rome. Activate, otherwise. Okay. If the Goths are surrendered under temperatures, put this in. Okay. Oops. So, they move into Rome, which really was because they were right there anyway. It was just like 1 activation, so no big deal. It's all right. Let's go ahead and keep track of that here. All right, second card. No! Damn. So hoping he wouldn't activate till we got a chance to have our turn. So, all right, so Constantine III is going to activate, and it's emboldened, so he's going to activate. He's going to embolden. He already is bold, so he'll move twice. So he moves to Durcatorum, and then he moves into the siege space at Air Late. And he goes into the surge space. Awesome. So let's go ahead and do Constantine III. He has a surge, so he's going to go ahead and attack our garrison at Air Late. So we have 4 for the terrain, plus 1 for the garrison, so a total of 5. He has a 6. So he's a 10. We have an 8. So he eliminates my garrison, takes over Air Late. Awesome. The Goth surge will affect. They actually retreat 1, so they say, never mind, we don't like Rome. Too much wine or something. Free wheat, free grain. And then Olympias will move up 1. Awesome. And then Constantine III does another activation as part of a surge. So he'll go ahead and move to Mediolanum. Okay, and we'll draw our third and final. So the Vandals, which thankfully, actually, I forgot to, Okay, for an activation, it doesn't matter. That's right. Ignore the activation part. Because they're surrendered. I don't think I got to cover this in my other games. Because they're surrendered, we ignore activations. When it comes to the surge, that's when you make an Oathbreaker check to see if they, come out of their slumber here and decide, we don't want to be allies with Rome anymore. We forgot that Rome kicked our ass, so we're going to go ahead and fight them again. So anyway, that comes with the activation from a surge, not a regular activation. So we're good for now. All right, so on to our phase. We got our 5 cards. All right, see a couple action cards. All right, let's go ahead. I wanted to push back. Hang on. All right, here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and discard our action card here for an attack. We're going to Stilicho is going to attack Constantine III there. So we have an 8. He has a 6. Boom, we win. And we rolled a 6, so it pushes Olympias back down 1. Awesome. So he go ahead and push back to Air Late. Perfect. Let's go ahead and let's do Crushing Defeat. Play after winning an attack to demoralize the defeated enemy. So we'll flip Constantine III over to his demoralized side. It's a scarred redeployment for an attack. Let's go ahead and attack Constantine III here in Air Late. We have an 8. He has a 9. So the terrain helps him. Ooh, 1 each. That is horrible. Okay, so here's what's going to happen here. So he rolled a 1. He's already demoralized. No big deal. We rolled a 1, so Olympias does go up. Space. And then obviously we would lose. We have an 8 to 9. He'd have a 10. However, after that's all figured out, I will play Tactical Advantage. Play after any die roll, flip the die to its opposite side, and use that result. So our 1 will become a 6, which means we will win. So we'll go ahead and push Constantine III up to Durcatorum. All right. And let's go ahead with our last action card. We'll discard it. Well, if there's another surge, Olympius will activate, and he'll move up and kill us. He'll take our head. So we want to move him back. So let's go ahead. Instead of, what we'll do is, instead of, I wasn't going to do another attack. Actually, I was going to move this garrison out here to move it to there. But we're going to just, with our discarded card, we're going to do it to counter Olympius. So we're going to go ahead and roll. So we roll. We have our guy. We have to get greater than 1, and it needs to be 3. So we have to roll 4, 5, or 6 to counter it. 5. So we go ahead and push him back down 1. Perfect. Okay. All right. Let's go on to round 2. Start with their enemy phase. Goths are going to go ahead and activate. So we'll go ahead and move into Rome here. Second card, Constantine activates. Just a regular activation, so he's going to flip over to his bold side. Then he'll go into the surge space. There's surge will now activate. So we get a Vandal surge, which the Vandals will make an Oathbreaker check because I forgot / ran out of time and resources to try to put a army there. So what you do on the Oathbreaker, so make sure I'm doing it right. They're going to try to obviously break out of their treaty with us. The enemy has surrendered, is activated during a surge. It does not move. Instead, perform an Oathbreaker check, see if it unsurrenders, placed back on the map. So have an Oathbreaker check. First, calculate the pacification value of the front by adding, the pacification value of the front by adding the attack value of all comitats and any leader assigned to the surrendered enemy's front. Roll 1 die. If the roll is greater than its pacification value, place the enemy in its home space on its bold side. Otherwise, it remains surrendered. Which we have nobody there because I forgot / didn't have enough time / resources. So his 4 is greater than the army of 0. Therefore, enemy's place his home space on his bold side. So we got the Vandals to surrender, but now they're back. Things are not looking good for old Stilicho in this game, let me tell you. All right. That was the Vandals. It's not the Goths surge. So we're going to go ahead and attack my garrison in Rome here. We have a 5. They have a 5, so it's a straight die roll. They won. Roll a 1, but it doesn't matter. The 1s and 6s only apply when you have Stilicho, which is just fighting the garrison. So he annihilates my garrison. He goes and moves into Rome. Cool. And now Constantine III, he'll go ahead and surge. So he will activate, which he'll move down into Arelate. I have no garrison, so he doesn't have to besiege it. Instead, he just takes it over. Awesome. All right, and then their last card is the Goths. So the Goths will go ahead and activate. They're in Rome. So when they activate in Rome, it pushes Olympius up on the track by 1. So, okay. That's it for their phase, the enemy phase. So we'll go ahead and I get my phase. It is round 2, so I get 3 cards. All right. I think I took 6. Oops. Or 4, I mean, sorry. I drew 4. So that's what I get when I try to draw more than 1 at a time. Not bad. All right. Let's do, what do we got here? So we need to stop Olympius. We need to get the Goths out of Rome for sure. Constantine III, he's a nightmare, but he's going to have to wait because he's not our priority right now. Let's go ahead. Let's get Olympius down. I don't like him being up there. Let's go ahead and try to fight him off. So let's do a counter Olympius. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a roll. Going to discard that for counter Olympius. 6, we go ahead and push him back down. Give a little breathing room there. And then let's go ahead and discard Deception. Let's do an attack. Discard Deception. For an attack, we're going to attack the Goths with Saris here. He's a 1, and we have 2, 3, 4 armies. Excuse me, 3 armies with him, so a total of 4 versus the Goths 5. So we are at a negative there, but that's all we got for now. All right, so we have 4 plus 8. They're 5, 6, 7. So yeah, all right, so we push them back. There we go, baby. All right, so cool. So we go ahead and push them back. Let's see here. I got an idea for this. I'm gonna hang on to this card because this is gonna be pretty helpful. So we're gonna hang on to this bad boy here. Let's go on to round 3. All right. Enemy deck. First card. Rebellion in Africa. Advance Olympius ×1. Draw 1 fewer Roman card this round. So instead of our, well, but remember, it's never less than 1. So it actually is the round you get this card. So, all right, that's the first card. Second card. The Goths go ahead and activate. So we're going to go ahead and move into their Siege of Rome here. Place them in the surge space. And for the third card, Mutiny. Roll 1 die, embolden the indicated army, and add a mutiny. 6. The Vandals. Alright, so embolden them. Perfect. And then we got a mutiny over here. The Vandals. Awesome. Fantastic. Great job, everybody. Good mutiny. Alright. We did survive, though. Right? Yeah. Well, I wanted that card. I almost wanted to use it. If we got in a surge, this card, Outwit Your Foes, allows me to basically prevent the surge from happening entirely. So I was kind of hoping for it. Alright. Our phase. Go ahead and draw a card. And 1 mutiny. That's nice. Oh, it doesn't siege it. He goes into it because we had pushed him back, right? Yeah, my bad. All right, so it just takes over Rome. My bad there. All right, so what are we doing here? So we have action. We have a couple cards. This one is good. We're going to save because it keeps you when the surges come. You can go ahead and discard all of them with no effect. So it nullifies an entire surge. So it's a fantastic card. So we're going to hang on to that boy until there's actual surge. We don't want to use it for anything else. Looking at the map. Situation is a little dire. Yes, the Vandals are way back here. We had them surrendered. They unsurrendered. That's a bummer. Constantine III, he's far enough away from Ravenna. He's not really a concern, although it sucks that he was able to make it this far. So I was hoping we'd be able to get him up here. Okay. Our big problem is the Goths are in Rome, and Olympius is ready to execute us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and discard our 1 card really right now that I'm willing to for counter Olympius, and we're gonna go ahead and counter him and try to get him out of there. A 2, so that's a failure. So it would be the 1, or let me just double check here, guys, just to make sure I got it here. I'm trying to remember if you count the advocate or not. I assume you do. Yeah, obviously. So it's your advocate. Again, your die roll. So we had a total of 3 plus. Actually, it's a tie, isn't it? So actually, we get to reroll. Sorry, I know looking up rules is very exciting on video, but all right. Yep, reroll any ties. Yep. Okay, cool. Actually, we get a reroll. All right, so we actually do get to push him back. Very nice. I forgot. For some reason, I didn't count the advocate. I think last time, but we kept winning, so it didn't matter because we rolled high anyway. But it's your advocate. So the advocate right now is Symmachus. It's 1 plus your die roll versus him, Olympius, plus whatever the like. If you can see, there's a little bit of like almost like a terrain modifier, basically difficulty modifier. Clearly not terrain. All right. So that's good. We pushed him back. I think we're good. Let's call it, right? Yeah. Let's go to the. We're gonna save this card. Let's go to the housekeeping phase. Check for Olympius. No revolt here, so we're good. Check for defeat. No, we don't lose yet. Remove our special counters. None out here. Discard excess cards. We only got 1 card. No worries. Advanced game turn. Let's go to turn 4. 409. Back to round 1. Enjoy redeployment. Let's go ahead and really think on what we want to do here. We need to push back the Goths 110%. So what we're going to do is Sarus is going to go ahead and chill out because he sucks. We're going to send Stilicho back racing across the Empire to put out another fire. Send him and his 6 comitats over here to fight. Oops. All right, let's get all these bad boys over here. All right. And then Sarus will just go over to fight Constantine III because the Vandals are not an issue. Plus, we have a mutiny over there, so I'm not going to send anybody over to be mutinied. And then because we don't really have a great situation with any of the garrisons and whatnot, I don't really care about them being a speed bump per se. I'm going to go ahead and just... garrisons in a regular spot, they don't do shit because without the modifier for the terrain, +4, you know, for being like a walled city, they don't really do anything good. So we'll go ahead and throw these armies over here with Sarus. That way he has a decent army anyway. So it's all right. We'll be able to fight him off. All right. 409, turn 4, round 1, enemy phase. Let's see what we can do here. First card, Constantine III activates. Perfect. He moves over to Mediolanum. Go ahead and put him down here. So now there is a surge. However, I play Outwit Your Foes. Move all cards in surge spaces to the enemy discard pile without their effects taking place. You may play this when a surge takes place, but not one caused by Constantine III on the move. So, no effect from this surge. Thank God. We needed that break. So, all right, card number 2. The Goths, so they're going to go ahead and activate. They're in Rome right now. So they do an activation, which goes and moves Olympius up 1. Oops, down there. And one more. Eternal Strife. For 1 die, demoralize the indicated enemy. Oh, yeah, there we go. Hopefully we get the Goths, maybe. That'd be nice. General. We got a 2, so that is Constantine III. So he is demoralized. Very nice. Huh, take it. All right, that's the last card. All right, now on to our phase. Let's get our 5. We got this, guys. We got this. All right, we're definitely going to play. First of all, I'm going to play Allies in the Senate. Olympics retreats 2 spaces. Perfect. You want to get him out of there. All right, so we definitely just need to start attacking here. We need to push, what's his name back. Let's also play, I want to play Panegyric also as in the event. Olympics retreats 2 spaces again. So we just push him way back. Looking good. All right, I think our goal should be probably to get the Goths pushed back. I don't know what we should do. Should we focus on, because we have to get one of them surrendered. Well, clearly we got more than just them to surrender. Freaking Vandals came back from out of nowhere, but all right, let's go ahead and focus on getting the Goths out of Rome. Let's just do that. So we already have Stilicho over there to fight the Goths. Let's just do that. So go ahead and discard concessions for an attack. Let's go ahead and have Stilicho and his 8 army attack the Goths in their 5. Boom, pushes him back. Very cool. Then discard siege engines for an attack. We're gonna go ahead and push or attack the Goths again. So 8 versus 5. Boom. Beat them. Push them back again. And we'll hang on to this Scolae Palantia. Well, actually, I know what we're going to do. No, we're going to discard it. We're going to discard it for an attack. Let's go ahead and attack the Goths again. Boom. Push them back. Verona. Now, my thought is Constantine III gets activated. He can run into the Goths, and they'll fight each other, and one of them's going to get pushed back. Either kept where they are or pushed back. So that's it for our phase. So round 2, enemy phase starts. Unrest in Italia Anaria. Add unrest to Italia Ananaria or Naria. Boom. Or flip from unrest revolt. So perfect. The Goths go ahead and activate. So we're going to move them down to Palentia. So bummer on that one. And then the Goths activate again, which is also a surge, but so activate, move to Soli. All right, and then we'll go ahead and do the surge here, which the first surge is the Goths activate. So move into Roma, which we didn't have time to put a garrison up, so they just take over Rome. We Goth surge, and the diocese then occupies add an unrest or flip unrest to Volt. So that's not good. It's not good at all. And then with the final one, they will activate. The Goths will activate again. Final surge. So go ahead and insert Rome. Move Olympius up 1 on the track here. So, all right. That was it for the enemy. So we'll go ahead and get our 3. We get our 3 cards for our phase. All right. Look at this one. Franks attack the Vandals. If you play that one, the Vandals retreat 1 space. Well, they're already in their home space. Did they get a? Did they surrender then? How do you get a surrender? Let's look this rule up here. What's the card? The Franks attack the Vandals. Card number 21. This event may not be used to force the Vandals to surrender. Oh, they thought of that. Damn you, Robert DeLeskie. Thought of it. I was like, oh man. I was like, dude, we got the Vandals right here. We can maybe get them surrendered. Nope. Okay, so what we'll do is, man, I got some good cards, but really, God, we got a lot of fires put out, folks. Things are not looking good right now. All right, let's go ahead and discard the Frank's Attack the Vandals right now. Just discard it. I know it's a good card, but we need it. So we're going to do an attack. Stilicho's going to attack the Goss, trying to get him out of Rome for good this time. 8 versus 5. Let's see what we got to do. Boom. Pushes him back. Let's go ahead and discard Envoys. Do an attack. We'll attack again. Oh, no. Hang on. So we got 8. It's 9. I got a 9, so it's a tie. We got a 1, so unfortunately that pushes Olympias up the track. Not in a good way. So tie is a reroll, though. All right. Well, roll 6, so go ahead and push Olympias back down. And we beat them, so we'll go ahead and push them back. We'll hang on to this card, Fortuna. Choose any one of the following. Reroll any single die or reshuffle discards. Discards we're going to have in a minute here anyway. So I'll just reroll. I'll save this to reroll any single die. That's a nice little benefit there. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on to the late round here. Late campaign season, round 3. Start with the enemies. Unrest in Hispania. Add Unrest to Hispania or flip from Unrest to Revolt. Already at Revolt, so no worries there. Ignore that. Next card. The Vandals go ahead and activate. So they're going to go ahead and move down to Legatorium. Bummer for us. And the last enemy card. Court Intrigues. Advance Olympias ×1. Roll 1 die. Embolden the indicated enemy and add immunity to that front. A 4, which is the Goths. So I guess Stilicho's army is not happy. So he's going to go ahead and mutiny on us. That's awesome for us. Okay. Perfect. That's it for their phase. So we get our phase now. We get our 1 card. Route. After winning an attack, demoralize the enemy and retreat them 1 additional space. Oh, that's a good one. Let's go ahead and we're going to have to get rid of that mutiny, though, to fight him, don't we? Oh, man. All right, let's go ahead and we just got rid of the mutiny, period, I think, or else we're going to lose. If we know the mutiny, Constantine III, it's our whole army's in mutiny, and we lose the game that way. So, let's discard Fortuna to remove the mutiny here. For affecting Stilicho's army, discard 1 card and advance Olympias to remove. So I'll advance Olympias up 1. Let's go ahead and we'll just discard route as an attack. We're going to use Stilicho's army to attack the Goths here in Pollentia. All right, we go ahead and kick their butt, push them back to Verona, which just set up the whole thing here next turn. So, all right, that's it. We have no cards left, so that is it for the round. Let's go into the housekeeping phase. Check for Olympias. If there's revolt in Italia and Naria, it's revolt. Okay, so he's on arrest right now, so we don't have to worry about that. Let me see here. So that's good. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second here, guys. Sorry about that. Check for defeat in general. No, we're not going to lose yet. Remove special counters. There are none. Discard excess cards. We have none. Advancing game turn. So boom. Turn 5. This is the 4-10-80. This is the last turn before the late war cards go into effect. So let's see if we can make it that far. Round 1 here to do our housekeeping phase. Our armies are pretty much set the way they need to be, I think, because kind of have to keep pushing. I'd say push the Goths back, keep pushing them back. So let's focus on that for now. So, all right, let's go ahead and dive into the next turn. Enemy phase, Constantine III. He's going to go ahead and activate. He was on his demoralized side, so he flips over. Perfect. Next enemy card, Constantine III activates twice. So what he will do is he will try to attack, basically try to move with the Goths here, so that the Goths and him are going to fight. They're going to fight it out. 1 activation. Oh, nice. So the Goths win, so it pushes him back. But then it gets activated a second time. Remember, he had 2 activations, so he's going to go ahead and try to attack them again. So we'll have another fight. He wins this one, so Goths get pushed back to Aquileia. He takes over that spot. All right, and now we have a surge. So we'll go ahead and do, the Vandals are going to surge. So you can go ahead and move into Mogontiacum. Okay. And then Constantine III is going to surge, and Diocese and occupies, and unrest or flip unrest revolt. So we have to revolt, which is not good because that's the one that on revolt, remember during the housekeeping phase, makes Olympius advance. Not good there. And the final one, he will move and he will besiege Ravenna. And then we'll do a reshuffle as well. So let's go ahead and shuffle all these enemy cards. So what we're looking at, folks, we're looking at a tricky situation here. So now Constantine III is besieging Ravenna. He's not taking it over because as soon as he does, we lose the game automatically. But we're going to have to push him back here, hopefully, sooner rather than later. So, all right. Gonna draw that. That'll be good enough. Discard. And then with it one more card. So the Goths activate. So where are they at? Because they're going to move into Verona here. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and it's our turn. We get 5 cards. However, there's only 2 here, so we'll go ahead and we get our 2, and then we will reshuffle. Make sure there's no Laurel history cards in there. These history cards, remember, they get removed and placed separately. Do the side shuffle here, guys. If you want to see my very fancy, very accurate, very scientific shuffle, or do a side shuffle, that'd be good enough. Okay, so we had 3, 4, 5. All right. So here's something nice. Okay, let's play Militia for the event. Remove up to 2 Unrest or Revolts. Very nice. Let's go ahead and remove Revolt from Italia and Aria, and remove this Revolt from Hispania. Keep Olympius off our backs for a little bit. And let's go ahead. I should have put a thing there. Dang. A garrison, that is. Should have put a garrison taking it off Constantine III, because it is what it is. Alright, now so here's what we're going to do. Actually, here's what we are going to do. We're going to play Replenish the Ranks as an event. Play as many leaders, comitats, or garrisons as you like per 5.0, which is the deployment phase. So, fantastically, what we're going to do, we're going to adjust our entire army here on the fly. I'm sure the enemies will just sit still while we do this, right? No problem. So let's go ahead and place one of our comitats from Ceres. Place that in Rome. So Rome has a garrison now. Let's go ahead and move these guys. And we're going to go ahead and move old Stilicho. Rush him over to fight Constantine III, since he is, besieging Ravenna, which is not good for us. We're going to put Ceres down here fighting the Goths. Perfect. There we go. Army taken care of. I was lucky I found that card. I found it. I just found it. I mean, drew it. Alright. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play, oh no, we just flipped it up. Dang it. Alright, yeah, let's just discard our action card here. Let's do an attack. Stilicho's army attacking Constantine. So we have our we have our 8 versus his 6. Boom. Kicked his butt. Ooh, and he's gonna fight the Goths here. That's very nice for us. So one of them is taking over the spot, and one of them is moving alone. Alright, so he keeps moving basically. He gets his butt kicked by us, then by the Goths, and now he's back to Mediolanum. Oh, sucks for you. Alright, very nice. Alright, see, things aren't so bad. They're not so bad, right, guys? Hold them off. Whew. Alright, so let's see. What else we got here? Should we keep fighting them? Should we keep tapping them? Keep attacking them? Yeah, let's do that. So let's go ahead and discard supply lines as an attack. Let's go ahead and attack Constantine III, push him back to Airlate. Oops. Right die. Gotta make sure you roll that die. So our 8 versus his 6. He got an 11. We got an 11, so reroll. We got an 11. We got an 11. Apparently I'm having trouble with math today. Reroll again. Keep rerolling. There we go. Pushed him back to Airlate. Nice. Alright, then we'll save this for now, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Actually, let's go ahead. We're going to play a major campaign against the Goths. We're going to attack them. I don't care. We got a weaker army over there, but I don't care. We're going to whoop them anyway. Don't matter. So, the Goths have a 5, we get to do 2 attacks in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're getting straight roll. We win. They lose. They push back. And then we'll do another one. Okay, so they are demoralized, and it's a reroll. And remember, it's Ceres, not Stilicho, so we don't have to adjust Olympus on the 1. Boom. Kick his butt. Push back to Torsatica. Very nice. All right. Don't have our cards, but I'm taking care of business over here. All right, round 2, mid-campaign season. Let's see what the enemy got. They don't got nothing now. I ain't got nothing. All right, Constantine III, he's going to go ahead and activate. It's a bummer. It's always someone. You know what I mean? You think you got him, and then come out of nowhere. All right. Aerolate declares for Constantine III. If he's in Gallia, move any garrisons, blah, blah, blah. He's already in Aerolate, not in Gallia. Or is surrendered. Ignore the effects of this card. Put the enemy discard pile instead of history pile. Sweet. So, not sweet, because, well, kicks butt anyway. Alright, the Goths are going to go ahead and go embolden. So, over. And then activate. And move. Sakalea. Bummer. Alright, and then that was it. However, they have a surge activating here. So the Goths are going to go ahead and surge into Verona. Constantine III is going to activate twice. Which, just like before, he's going to go ahead and fight the Goths. Man, Constantine III and the Goths are like duking it out over here. So, traditionally, historically, it was Constantine III and the Vandals, I believe, that duked it out. I don't know if he really fought the Goths. Hey, it happens. All right, go ahead and give us a roll here. There's 6 versus the Goths 5. All right, so we rolled a 1. The Goths did, so they're flipped over. Also, 1 was a 6, 9. So they were pushed back to Aquileia. Constantine III takes over, and he surges again, so he's going to go ahead and move in his siege of Ravenna. Yikes. And then for the last one, the Goths are going to go ahead and activate, which just flips them over, emboldens them, and then a reshuffle here of all the enemy cards. Side shuffle in action. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, that's it for them. So go ahead and do our turn. So we get 3 cards. Our phase, I should say. All right. Well, we got to push Constantine III back, obviously. So let's go ahead and discard Envoys as a action. Attack. Action. And let's attack Stilicho's army. Let's attack Constantine III here. Chilling in Ravenna. All right, so we win. Push them back. Let's go ahead and let's discard Frank's attack the Vandals to attack Constantine III again. 8 versus 6. Pulse our die roll. We win. Push them back. And we'll go ahead and sit on this last card for now. Let's see what happens. So we'll go on to round 3. Enemy. Constantine III activates. We go ahead and move to Verona. Mutiny. The Goths are emboldened, which already were, and a mutiny. So we can't fight them off for now. Bummer. And the last one, Constantine III. He activates. He has 2 activations, but as I learned from the developer, or the designer, Robert DeLeskie, great guy by the way, really helpful, and designs great games. It's the 1 activation because he's now besieging. You ignore the rest of activations on the card because basically takes him the time for him to set up the siege of Ravenna, which he should be familiar with by now because he's been over here about 100 times. So, all right, that was it for them. So I got my 1 card and I get to go. So Fortuna, ooh, not bad. All right, let's go ahead. Let's just discard Fortuna though for an attack. Let's go ahead and try to push tackle Constantine III. My 8 versus his 6. I get a 10. He gets a 9. So I go ahead and push him back. Very nice. And we'll go ahead and sit tight with this card. And we'll just hang on and see what happens here. So, all right, perfect. So that is it for the end of this round. So we had a housekeeping. Check for Olympius. We already got rid of that revolt, remember? So it's good there. Check for defeat. No, we're not going to lose yet. Remove special counters. There are none out. Discard excess cards. We just got one. No worries. Advanced game turn. There we go. 4-11 to turn 6. So we're making our headway here. So what that means, a couple things. One, you go ahead and you shuffle the late war cards. As you can see, they say late war here for both the Stilicho and whatever into the decks, which I believe you also do it along with the discards. Let me double check, you guys. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where's it at? Housekeeping. Okay, advanced game turn. Late war cards shuffled into their respective decks along with all discards. They're not cards in the history pile, as we know. So grab our old late war, grab our discards. Here we go. Now we got a big old fat pile of cards here. So go ahead and get these all shuffled in. So guys, taking a look at the map, what we're looking at here. So we're holding out pretty well. We made it into late war. We made it much farther than Stilicho did. Historically, he was dead here. So we've basically doubled his achievements historically. So that's good. I would like to actually win, not just do a little better than... Here's the deal. When you're competing and you're comparing against a guy that lost his head, literally, I would prefer to, have a straight victory as opposed to anything else. But I guess we'll take what we can get, right, guys? We'll calculate the score at the end, too, whether we win or if we lose. We'll calculate the final score, just because I don't think I did that in my first game, so we'll do that for this one, especially since we made it a lot farther. As for actual strategy of this game, our scenario right now, what we're dealing with, we have to be careful. Olympias has got a couple spots away, so it's not too bad. I mean, it's not great. It's not too bad. We have a couple mutinies right now, so we probably need to get rid of them, which does push him up there. So our focus is going to be those two things. Plus, we have to watch Constantine III because he is so close to Ravenna. Ultimately, we have to get a surrender of both armies. They're both a little far away from their homeland, so it's going to take a little while to get them surrendered. But we'll do what we can. So, all right. Turn 6, the very beginning. Let's go ahead and dive in. The enemy's going to go. Constantine III on the move. Add card to Surge. Triggers a Surge that cannot be avoided. Oh, it's a late war card too. Very nice. Awesome. So the Surges are all Constantine III. So this is about to get real interesting, folks. So the first one, Surge, is the Emboldened. So he goes ahead and moves into the space. It would be twice, but remember, you go ahead and ignore second activation if he's engaging, beginning a siege. So he's beginning the siege, so we'll go ahead and ignore that, so that's good. However, now we're going to go ahead and surge, and he's going to attack. So he's going to attack Ravenna, the garrison at Ravenna, which he has his 6 versus our 6 plus 1, so a total of 7. So 7 versus 6 in our favor. We win, which basically just stops, just keeps him from doing anything. And then now the final card for the surge, he's going to go ahead and do another activation. Olympias will move 1. I don't want to forget Olympias. Let's go ahead and move them up. And I'll go ahead and do another attack. His 6 versus our 7. So we win again. So we do hold him off again. So very nice. All right. That was one card. So second card. The Goths Embolden. So activate twice. And the last one, Mutiny. All right. Well, as long as we don't roll a Constantine III, so if we roll a 1 or 2, we're going to lose. Okay, hang on, everybody. The army or armies opposing the enemy or enemies representing on the map are all in mutiny during this step. The game ends immediately in a loss due to general mutiny. We're not there yet. I almost table flipped it, but we're not. We didn't lose yet. So that they have a mutiny. So all of our armies are in mutiny, which is horrible. Okay, so that was the last card. Let's move on. Let's move on here, guys. Okay, so discard. Okay, that was it. So they're done with their phase. On to my phase. I get 5 cards. So. Okay, 5 cards. Okay, so we have... Here we go. I got a perfect plan here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play Serena as the event. Retreat Olympias 2 spaces. That will move Olympias down. Now, we can go ahead and... let's go ahead and discard this action card to remove a mutiny from our army fighting Constantine. Which, yes, we get to remove it. We also have them move Olympias up 1. No big deal. At least we weren't executed now. Alright, so we survived. See, oh, man. It's a heart attack there when that mutiny. I was like, as long as we roll 1 or 2, and roll a 1. Believe that. Alright, so... Man, I'm like stressed. Alright, we gotta get rid of... We gotta push Constantine the 3rd back, though. He's starting to drive me crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and play... yeah, we're not worried about arrest right now. So let's go ahead and just discard militia in general. Use it as an attack. Stilicho goes to attack Constantine. Give her a roll. Alright, so we win. So it's our 8, 14, 6 plus 5, 11. So we push him back, thankfully. Alright. Let's go ahead and play Notitia Dignatium. Move 1 Comitats from unactivated Comitats and leaders to recovery. So one of these ones that we didn't even have available before, go ahead and put it in the recovery box. Not too bad, huh? Yeah, let's go ahead and just keep fighting Constantine. I don't like this guy. Let's just keep fighting him. So we're going to discard replenish ranks for an attack. Let's go ahead and attack him with Stilicho's army. Kicked his butt. Let's go ahead and discard this to another attack. Same deal. Sick of his crap. So we got a 10. He has 10. It's a tie. Reroll ties. We win. Push him back to air late. Perfect. All right. That's it. Use up all of our cards. So we're done. Let's go on to round 2. Enemy gets their 3 cards. Unrest in Hispania. No big deal. I'm not worried about that right now. The Goths go ahead and activate. So they move down to Fasoli. Then a card there. No. And one more. Retreat. All demoralized enemies retreat. There are none. Bummer. But that's at least kind of a wasted activation for them anyway. It doesn't do anything. Whew. Alright, so now round 2, mid-campaign. We get our 3 cards. Alright, let's go ahead and discard this action card to do an attack. We're going to attack with Stilicho. We have an 8. He has a 10. Because of where he is. So our 8, and we got a 6 with Stilicho, so we move Olympias down 1. Sorry, just turned to 14. They got a 12, so they got butt kicked and pushed back. Let's go ahead, discard our action card to do another attack against Constantine III. 8 versus 6. We got a 10. He got a 9, so he is pushed back to Bononia. We'll do another attack against him. Discard Ancient Terror of the Roman Name. Demoralize the Goths Randals. Nah, we'll discard as an action. We're going to attack. He's a 10. We have an 8. So our 8 turned into what? 13. His 10 turned into 12. We're able to push him back across the English Channel, back into Britain. Constantine III's home space. So, yeah, push him back to the home space. Let's see what we can do. Kicking his butt. Dude, we just drove him all the way out of here. Get out of here. All right, round 3, late campaign season. Now they get to go. Let's see what they do. First card, Internal Strife. Ooh, what if we roll a 1 or 2 and we get him demoralized? That'd be sweet. Ah, bummer. A 3, the Goths. So the Goths become demoralized. Hey, I'll take it. They're nothing. All right, Vandals. They go ahead and activate. Who cares? Oh, that is a Surge, though. Bummer there. So for the Surge, the Goths will go ahead and activate once. I'm going to go ahead and move into... Actually, nope. Hang on. Well, yeah, because... Okay, here it is. Surge, they activate. They flip over from demoralized to their bold side. And then we do a shuffle. So we'll go ahead and shuffle these discards into the enemy deck. All right. Okay, so that one. I'll go ahead and do this Surge, which is the I was looking at this. Sorry, I got distracted again. All right, in the diocese, this time he occupies at unrest or flip unrest revolt. The Goths, so they're going to go ahead and it's going to be revolt here in Italia, Suburbicaria. Not good. And the old Vandals will retreat. That's a retreat symbol. That's nice. Get back there. Get out of here. All right, last card. Constantine III. He's going to activate twice. Oh, move there. All right, my turn. My phase. Yep. So I get to go. Oops. What am I doing? I get to draw a card. End a mutiny. I can end one mutiny, fight somebody, something like that. Nah, I don't care about the minis right now. I'm going to keep fighting Constantine. So let's go ahead and attack him again. Discard this for an attack. We have an 8. He has a 6. We have a 10. They have a 10, so we roll. All right, so we got a 9. He got a 9, so we're going to re-roll. We do lose Olympius. Roll a 1, so Olympius goes up 1. We got 11. We got 11, so we roll. 6s, so Olympius retreats back down. Quarantine, but we win. They just get pushed back to Bononia. All right. That's it for us, dude. We're out of cards, man. So, all right, let's go ahead onto the housekeeping phase here. Check for Olympius. No revolts here. Check for defeat. No, we're not going to lose yet. Remember, if we had the munis on all of them, that's where we would have lost, which thankfully I was able to get rid of the one. Remove special counters. There are none. Discard excess cards. Oops, I did just remember something, though. So when we went to this phase, we're going to go ahead and turn Olympius back over. Thankfully, we flip him over to the harder side. Fortunately, we haven't done a counter Olympius, so it hasn't mattered. But just want to make sure you flip him over to the stronger side. Discard excess cards. We don't have any advanced game turns, so we go to turn 7 for 12 AD. Back to round 1. All right, so redeployment phase. I think we're good. Other than obviously we'll grab this guy. That little guy? Don't worry about that little guy. Go and put him here. Obviously, we can't use this army yet because they're a mutiny, but maybe we'll be able to get rid of that mutiny here this turn. So, all right, let's go ahead and begin the early campaign round here. Go with the enemy. Unrest in Septem Provincia at unrest. Oh, they already have one, so it flips over to revolt. Okay. Next card, unrest in Italia Suburbicaria at unrest, or flip to revolt. He's already in revolt, so no big deal. Unrest in Italia Ananaria at unrest Italia Ananaria. Not good there. Or flip from unrest revolt. Thankfully, that was all of them. It was literally unrest all over the Western Empire, but no big deal. So we survived that. Now it's our turn. Our phase. We got our 5 cards. 3, 4, 5. All right. So if we want to keep fighting, what's his name? What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and discard an action card here, do an attack. We're going to attack Constantine. He has an 8, or excuse me, he has a 10. We have an 8. So we lose. Hang on. What I'm going to do is, so one thing, we roll 1, so we have to move Olympius up no matter what. I'm going to do play Fortuna. We roll any single die. I'm going to re-roll our 1. It's a 3 now. So 8, 9, 10, 11. He has a 12. Then I'm going to go ahead and discard the Vandals attack on this one as a reserve action, which makes it a tie. So we get a reroll. Boom. Roll a 6. Move him down. 8. 14. Third 14. So that's a tie also, though. So we got to do it through reroll. Same exact thing. Keep moving Olympius down. I like these 6s. Lose. So I'm just going to accept the loss. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play Orderly Retreat. If lose an attack, do not move 1 Comitats to recovery. It remains in the army box. So that's perfect. I'll just accept the defeat, though. And now with my last action, I'm going to go ahead and use this action card for another attack. Stilicho's going to attack again. Boom. Olympius retreats down. Our 6 gave us a 14. They got a 12. Constantine, get back across. Get across back to Britannia. Go back where you came from. All right. Fortunately, I'm out of cards. I can't press my advantage. So, or I just have to hope he doesn't get activated. So, on to round 2, mid-campaign. They go. Vandals go ahead and activate. Who cares? Not worried about them. And then Goths go ahead and activate. He's going to move into a siege of Rome. And that's the surge. So, Move first. Constantine has an action. He'll go ahead and move across to Bononia. Bummer. I'll go ahead and shuffle. Shuffle action. Discards into here. Alright. Now the Vandals have their surge. They activate. Move all the way down here to Aquitania. And then the Goths will activate, which they're in Roma here. So we're going to go ahead. And then Olympius moves up one. Don't forget that. So we're going to do our Goth activation here. We're going to attack the garrison. We have a 5. They have a 5. Straight die roll. Boom. They lose. And they're demoralized. So demoralized, but they don't have to retreat because it's just attacking the garrison. So, all right. One more card for the enemy. Death of Quintus Aurelius Symmachus. Permanently remove Symmachus from the game, which was our boy up here, our advocate against Olympius. So, cool beard if you can see it. So, he done. He did. The death of him. Well, that's a bummer. All right. So, we have no advocate now. It's not good. Let's go ahead. That was our last activation for them. Last card, I should say. So, now we move on to our phase. We get our 3 cards. Here we go. Purple Cloak. Advance Olympius ×2, embolden Constantine III, remove immediately on that front. Move him to Era late. Until end of year, every time he's activated, he attacks Goths or Vandals. Your choice, using attack by ignoring defensive target space. If he loses, they retreat, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, what are we around 2? We spent so much time pushing him back. Actually, we're not going to even do it. We're not going to do it because I have an idea. What we're going to do is we're going to attack him in Bononia. So we're going to sacrifice Purple Cloak, discard it, which normally you probably want to play it. I don't care. I'm wild card. Wild card. What we're going to do is we're going to attack him with our army. Let's go ahead and give a die roll. That was not a good idea. That was a terrible idea. But what I will do is play. So we're going to advance him with roll 1. However, tactical advantage. Play immediately after you die roll. Flip the die to its opposite side and use that result. So our 1 becomes a 6. So now we have 14 versus his 15. He still has 15. We'll play Siege Engines, which doesn't really matter now. Reduce the defensive value of Airlade, Bononia, or Constantine III's home space for half for 1 attack. I wanted to save it, but we got to kick his butt here. So we win. Push him back. Run out of cards. Man. Run out of cards again. All right, round 3. Their turn. Unarrested Gallia, or flip it to Revolt. Constantine activates. Fantastic. The Vandals activate. Go down to Pyrenees. Fantastic. And that was it, though, for them. All right, so where are we at here? So we get our 1 card for late round. Or Divine Intervention. Prevent 1 enemy card activation or effect is drawn. Nah, let's go ahead and let's do attack. So we're going to go ahead and discard this. It's an attack. We're going to attack Constantine III back here. Our 8 versus his 6. So it's a tie, so he wins. So we lose one of our armies. So we have no cards left to try to adjust the result of the fight. So, all right. So that is it for round 3 there. So we move into the housekeeping phase. Check for Olympius. We have an unrest, now revolt, so we're good there. Check for defeat. Nope, nothing will kill us yet. Remove special counters. None. No excess cards and no cards, period. Advanced game turn. So we go to turn 8, 4-13. Round 1. Do our redeployments. We definitely want to get our army back. We'll go ahead and put him back with Constantine. Or excuse me, with Stilicho to fight Constantine. I think that's it for now. Yep. Let's go ahead and start off. Early campaign. Let's do the enemies. So first one, Revolt. Football and Rest to Revolt. It's not good. That's everything. Every province is now in Revolt. Open Revolt. Fantastic. Doing the second one here. Constantine, he doesn't go ahead and activate. He moves down to Durgatorum. And there's a Surge. So Constantine will activate twice as part of his Surge. Move to Air Late and then Mediolanum. The Vandals will Surge. In Diocese, this enemy occupies Flip Unrest or Flip Unrest Revolt. No worries, because we already have a revolt in the entire Western Empire. Constantine III, same thing. No worries. Joke's on them. Joke's on them. Everyone's already in revolt. You can't turn my empire into revolt if it's already in revolt. All right. So that's fantastic. So one more card, I believe. Yep, one more. Oathbreakers. Perform an Oathbreaker check on all surrendered enemies. Haha, joke's on you. I don't have any surrendered enemies because I suck. So, all right, that was it. That was the last card, though. So, thankfully. All right, move on to our turn. All right, so we're going to go. We got to stop these revolts because we would lose the game. So, what we'll do is let's go ahead and surrender. Let's do let's discard Frankish mercenaries. What we'll do is we'll try to suppress the revolt in Italia and Anoria. So where's our die roll? So we have to roll higher than a 2. Roll 6, so we go ahead and remove that. Perfect. We stay alive for a little bit. Here's a nice one. Let's play this event, Death of Constans II. Demoralize Constantine III and retreat in 1 space. So we're going to move him back to air late. That's pretty nice. I like that one. All right, let's discard concessions for an attack. Let's go ahead and attack Constantine now that he's slightly weakened. His 9 versus my 8. Okay, Olympus moves up 1. Oh, I should use this card. On mercenaries. Man, I didn't even think of it. I guess I was kind of maybe thinking I'd hold on to it, but I should have done it there to push him back. Bummer. All right, well, I didn't think of it, and I'm not going to cheat this time. So, all right, so we lose our Komitats. He wins a battle. Lose one of our armies. Let's go ahead and play Panegyric. Olympius retreats 2 spaces. Keep him back. Keep him back here. So, all right, that's it. So on to round 2, mid-campaign. It's the enemy. Constantine activates. Oh, nope, hang on. Flips over. Whew, I'm carried away there. I'm excited. All right. Rebellion in Africa, advance Olympias ×1. Draw 1 fewer card this turn. That sucks. Garrison defects Constantine III. Choose 1 garrison, remove it from the map, and place in recovery. Then embolden Constantine III. So, garrison's on the map. Let's go ahead and just do the garrison at Ravenna. We'll put it back later. And that's it for them. So we will draw 1 fewer card, though. Instead of 3 cards, we'll only get 2 cards. That's the big bummer. Let's go ahead. Ooh. Experience Commander. Choose any card from the Roman discard pile and place it in your hand. Let's do that. Where's that one? Didn't I have a... Oh, it's a... That's right. It's a history card, so it doesn't go in this discard. That one that pushes Constantine back. Bummer. Alright, I guess we'll do... It's kind of lame. It's not really what I wanted to do, but alright, whatever. It's fine. Alright, so I'm going to get this replenished to rank, so I'm going to then deploy as many armies as I want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put that garrison back here, Ravenna, and we're going to get our Komitats back with old Stilicho over here. So, alright, here's what we're going to do. So we're going to discard spies to attack. We're going to attack Constantine. We're going to play Hun Mercenaries, +4 to the Roman attack value. Yeah, baby. That's right, now we got 12 versus his 10. Easy victory. Okay. So we got 12, 13, so we do win, but Olympias moved up. That's all right. Okay. Okay, we're good for now. Yes, we're good. Okay. All right, let's move to round 3 here. The enemy goes. Eastern Ambitions. Advance Olympias ×1. Randomly discard 1 Roman card from your hand. Haha, joke's on you. I don't have any cards. Next one. The Vandals go ahead and activate, so they're going to move over to Galatia. And the final card. The Goths will activate. So let's go ahead and embolden them. Then we're going to have a surge here. So it looks like Constantine III is going to go ahead and surge. Move down, take over air late. No garrison there, bummer. The Vandals will go ahead and surge. They're over in Galatia. So we have to put our unrest marker because they're everywhere else. So we're going to Anatolia, or excuse me, Anatolia, Italia, and Aria. Anatolia's over there, off map. I don't know where somewhere. All right, and then we do a shuffle action. Shuffle it. All right, and then the last one, Goth Surge. So go ahead and attack the garrison there. There was 6. I have a 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 feet, Goths. And they rolled a 1, actually, so demoralize. They suck at besieging Rome, huh? All right, one more card. Rex Wandalorum et Alanorum. Remove any temporary truce marker in the Vandals. Replace the 3/4 counter with the 4/5. Oh, man. So they're stronger. If they surrendered, also perform an Oathbreaker check, regardless of the path position value of 6 results, blah, 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 blah. So they just got stronger. So basically, they just get stronger. Good. Let's go. It's fine. The game was too easy. So really, I need them to be stronger for our opponent. So, all right, that was them. So my phase, I get to go wait 1 card. Agents and Rebus. Remove the 2 Unrest or Revolts. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to go ahead and play that. Let's remove Unrest here in Italia. And we'll go ahead and remove the Revolt in Italia de Burbacaria. So, perfect. That's the end of round 3. So we've got housekeeping. Check for Olympius. Nope, no worries. Well, worries, but no worries right at the moment. Check for defeat. Nah, we're good. For special counters, there are none. Discard excess cards. I have none. Advanced game turn. Turn 9. 414 AD. Go over here. Reorganize. Redeployment. We don't need to redeploy anything. Everything looks good. We can't. I think that's it. I think we're good. So let's move on. Start with their phase. Goss activate. Where are they at? Okay, so you go ahead and flip over and embolden him. Another one. Oops, that's one here. Add Unrest to Gallia or flip from Unrest to Revolt. Was it up there? Yep, sorry, Revolt. Joke's on them. And Constantine III, of course, we'll go ahead and activate. So again, let's move him over there. That's it for them. Now I get my 5 cards. That's 3, 4, 5. All right, so ooh, let's do that. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's wait. Oh, there we go. Let's play Constantius. There we go. Move Constantius from unactivated Comitats and Leaders to Recovery. Then deploy as many Leaders, Comitats, or Garrisons as you like per 5.0. That's awesome. Oops, that goes history pile. So what we're doing is, where's he at? So Constantius here. We get him. Boom. And then we go ahead and start activate. What we'll do is we're going to go move around our armors around a little bit. We're going to go get Stilicho away from there. We're going to put Constantius with him. And Stilicho is going to take over Saras's crappy army. And then we're just going to stick Saras here against the Vandals, even though he doesn't have an army at the moment. That's okay, though. All right. That's what we'll do. Very nice. All right. Let's go ahead and discard supply lines to do an attack. Constantius is going to attack Constantine here. Where are we at? 6 versus, and you notice he has a 2 and a 1. The 2 is when he's fighting Constantine III. The 1 is fighting anyone else, so we definitely want him to fight Constantine. So it's 2, 3, 4, same as Stilicho. He's an 8 versus the 6. Boom. They're demoralized and retreated to Air Late here. Very nice. So what we'll do then is we're going to play Gerontius, demoralize Constantine III, which already was, and retreat him 1 space. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and sacrifice. Let's go ahead and discard envoys to do transfer a leader or Comitats. We're going to go ahead and transfer this garrison here from Ravenna. Yeah, let's go ahead and just basically move them up to garrison Air Late. Perfect. Try to hold off Constantine III for a little bit here. So, and then let's go ahead and hang on to this last card for now. All right, next round, round 2. So what the enemy can do here. Olympius moves against Stilicho. Flip Olympius to his 2 side. Well, I think you're supposed to in the late war anyway, aren't you? Yeah, so notice on here, this card says flip Olympius to his 2 side, but then in the game it says for the late war, Olympius is flipped to his improved 2 side. So he already would have been. So just a little redundancy, but that's okay. Same idea. We get it. Roll 1 die, embolden the enemy, and add mutiny to the front. Let's go ahead and see what we got. So we got a little mutiny going on. Constantine III. Fantastic. So all of our armies are in mutiny. That's great. Okay. All right. So another card here. The Vandals. They go ahead and activate. So where are they? Over here. So we're gonna have we'd have an unrest to Antolia. So in order. Then I go to the surge pile. All right. So we'll go ahead and have the Goths are gonna go ahead and activate, which they are in Rome. So go ahead and attack my garrison. So garrison crushes them, so no big deal. And they rolled a 1, so they're demoralized. Perfect. And then Olympius will move. He will advance, which he advanced to Stilicho executed, so I lose the game. Because I get another one coming too under the Vandals, would have done it again. So, I made it to turn 9, 414 AD. Before I lost. I did lose my head again. It was kind of a bummer. I was kind of hoping that at least if I lost, I'd lose a different way. But that Olympius, he's hard, man. So let's check our scoring. Count the number of turns you have played, including the turn the game ended on. Add to this 5 points for any enemy that is surrendered. Unfortunately, my 1 surrendered enemy, the Vandals, not only are they unsurrendered, but they have advanced all the way down to Spain. And they're chilling down here in Hispania, just, causing all kinds of mischief. So, and with 9... a score of 9. Yep. So, yeah, range 1 to 20, 5 enemy surrender, blah blah blah. Okay. Yeah, so I finished with 9 points, I guess, because I guess it's just you just go by the turn you're at. Real Stilicho died in game turn 3 with only Goth's Fortune submission, giving him a score of 8. So I did better than him than historical, although I currently don't have anybody surrendered. So my plan for the future, if I had not lost my head to Olympius, would have been to Constantine III. I really want to get him surrendered. See, I think where I made my mistake was at the beginning of the game. I made a couple tactical errors, played my cards wrong a couple times, not in the right order, things like that. One of the things was I pushed to get the Vandals surrendered. Remember, I had them surrendered. Well, what I should have done, I kind of forgot, is that I should have gotten either the Goths or Constantine III surrendered, because when you do that, you can then use them to help you attacks. It does push Olympius up 1 on the track, so that's which, as you just saw, as I lost my head to him, that is one of the harder parts of the game, constantly keeping track of him. I think that's maybe one of the things, my weakness with my strategy with this game, is that I keep forgetting Olympius over here, and I focus so much on stopping these armies that I forget Olympius in the court, which ironically is exactly how Stilicho died, and that he kind of focused on the armies too much. He was almost too good of a general, maybe not good enough politician, and next thing you know, Olympius, whispering in Emperor Heronius' head over here in Ravenna, was like, hey, we got rid of the Stilicho guy. So, all right. So that is a loss, like I said, 9 points. Love this game. It's hard. You saw me a couple times. It's like, I'm going to lose. And then I actually held on. So it's not that it's impossible to win. I mean, hey, I almost at least held out to the end. Almost. Only counts with horseshoes and hand grenades. But, hey, we had some fun doing it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed following along and seeing everything. Please leave a comment below if you enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. 65% of my viewers of my videos are not subscribed. So if you made it this far, or if you skipped ahead and you got to hear me saying this, please give me a subscription, because that helps me to get more games. It helps me to be able to show off games. Helps me to be able to have these fun experiences and share them with you guys. So, all right, until next time, later, guys.